Hi, Alan. Thanks again for participating in our Meet the World project, where our German employees, colleagues, and also a broader audience may get an impression of what you are doing in the US. Alan, just maybe introduce yourself a little. Who are you and what are you doing?
Yes. Well, Niels, thank you for this wonderful opportunity to come before all of my friends and colleagues at Baker Tilly in Germany. Many of you probably aren't aware that I've been close with the German firm for many, many years. I'll explain a little bit more later. In fact, one of your retired senior partners was one of the first people I met in the network many, many years ago, but we'll address that later. I'm Alan Withman. I'm the CEO of Baker Tilly in the US, Baker Tilly US. I'm also the chair-elect of the International Board for the International Network.
When thinking of Baker Tilly in the US, could you tell us a little of how its development happened in the last few years? In which fields are you active? Because we know
Sure.
you also got a big firm overseas. And yeah, how many offices, partners? Just drop some numbers if you like.
Sure. So Baker Tilly US is a national firm. We are coast to coast in major markets, both in the United States and outside of the United States. We have an office in London. We have some other international locations. We actually have an office in Germany. The major markets in the US include New York, Chicago, Dallas, Texas, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and many others. The main financial and business sectors in the US. We have approximately 4,700 or so team members. We call them colleagues, partners, and non-partners. About 450 partners in many offices. When you look at what do we do, it's pretty much a third, a third, a third, a third audit and accounting, a third tax, and a third consulting and advisory. We believe that in the future, we will grow more rapidly in the advisory space, which links into our mission. Our mission is that we want to build the advisory CPA firm of the future today. Our purpose, the reason we're here, is to do two things, and that is to enhance and protect our clients' value. So whatever they have achieved to date, we want to enhance it, grow it, and protect it. And we do that through many different things. When we think about this, the idea that we're looking at is building scale. We want to build scale, and scale in our minds gives you two things. It gives you intellectual capital, more smart people around the executive table, around the project table, around the client service team table. The more minds you have to collaborate and to work on solutions, the better solutions you develop. And the other is financial capital. As you get larger, you will build more financial capital wherewithal and strength in order to make investments into the future.
Coming from the US to Germany, what comes to your mind first when you think of Germany? Maybe also personally, because you said you have some personal relation to Germany, but also regarding business, because you gave us a hint of what you're planning also with Ralf Gröning.
So my relationship with Baker Tilly Germany and the firms that came prior stems back to 2003 when I met Dr. Allmendinger, Klaus Michael Allmendinger, who was a senior partner in the firm out of Hamburg, did the international role for many years, and is a friend. He and Ursula, his wife, very close. I've had dinner in their home years ago. So what comes to mind is friendship and trust and working very closely together. We built a US-German desk as one of the first desks we built years ago. Germany is near and dear to my heart. I think I know the relationship that I have with Rolf Groening is very strong. We talk once a month for an hour, if not more, about strategy, about firm matters. I think given the manufacturing epicenter that Germany has and the manufacturing epicenter that US has, together with the advanced technology industries, our countries are poised to work together for many, many years. We have utmost of respect for our German colleagues and the German firm. And I see the German firm and our firm through Rolf Groening and myself taking even more of a leadership role in global network moving forward.
Well, that's the right word for me. Global network. Well, it's not a secret anymore that you have plans with our global network regarding your personal ambitions, regarding your new role as chair-elect. Could you tell us first a little of what are the main tasks serving as a chair-elect of the board of directors of our global network, and also maybe tell us something about your vision? You mentioned strategy, you mentioned the future of the firm, maybe also the future of our network. So,
sure.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm very humbled and thankful to have been elected to be our next chair. Many of you might know that I grew up in our firm as the international leader for Baker Tilly US and was afforded the opportunity to travel the world, meet all sorts of people, for instance, Klaus Michael Almendinger and others over the years. And so this is a little bit like coming home to where I started. And so very, very honored. The first project that I lead or I'm leading is the search for the next CEO of the International Network, with Ted Verkade stepping down and moving on to other things in his to build on his great career in the profession. So I am chairing a committee to look for the next CEO. Very important, extremely important, working with all the leaders on the board to execute that. More than that, to your point, Niels, about strategy, where my vision is that we are going to be the bold network that we all want to be together, which is in addition to great market position that each of our firms are in already. The firm Baker Tilly Germany, the firm Baker Tilly US, and others. We need to build on those great market placements as a network. And so, yes, I do have bold aspirations for us to be faster, to build bigger and more strong platforms, service platforms, product platforms. It all, though, hinges on our strategy. And just a few months ago, the board approved a new, bold, and progressive strategy that we are going to be executing. I was just on a call this morning with Ralph Groening discussing the legal network that Thomas Gebker and colleagues have built. We are looking at many different things that are going to accelerate the network, that are going to push us to be larger, to be stronger, to be more attractive to clients around the world. We are building a very progressive people strategy, talking to all of our people around the world about how do they connect, how do they belong to the network, because we're only as good as our ability to connect, and we're only as good as all the people and their relationships around the world. So again, much more aggressive, much more focused and intentional what we set out to do and then what we execute. We are in a very, very good position as a network. We're also in a great position in the profession, the CPA profession, and it's up to us to take advantage of our opportunities. We've all existed in this horrible situation called COVID, coronavirus. And while there was horrendous and horrific tragedy with deaths, with the economy struggling, there also was great opportunity. And the best firms, your firm, our firm, are those firms that are going to seize the opportunity. And our network is going to seize the opportunity that is in front of us and keep running our businesses and keep reinventing our businesses, keep pushing them into the future through investments, through better collaboration, through being more aggressive and building more momentum. So the firms and networks that will win in the future are those that look to the future and figure out how to get there.
Thank you, Alan, for participating. Have a great day, and we are all looking forward to hear from you in your new role and also to liaise with your member firm in the US. So thank you all.
Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.